Welcome to Chris VEVE Journey, where I take you on a trip to VEVE, always as an adventurer, never as a financial advisor, so please invest with caution. So today's episode, we go over the Harley Quinn news and also what happened at the AMA on, all the news regarding the future of VEVE. They actually made a recap on Twitter that we will take a look at, and I will give you my honest opinion on that. Maybe not exactly what you guys are looking for, but yeah. So initially I already recorded a new video and I was going into the whole bot situation again, but I felt like it's just a lot of negative energy in those videos, and it's not that I have a big problem with that. I'm not trying to cater to anyone, but in general, I don't think it makes much sense to talk too much about it. I mean, there's a percentage of people, and if I have a better video about it, because I was just rambling on, that was the main problem. If I have more evidence, more clearness about the data, yeah, then maybe I will go about that again. But for now, it's simply I would state my opinion, and a lot of people will disagree, and the people that are not disagreeing already think the same as me, though it makes not much sense. There's no real value in that, so I squashed that video. Instead, I will record this one, and instead we will go over the AMA, which is even more interesting in my opinion. When I recorded the previous video, the AMA wasn't out yet, so let's do that instead. First of all, Harley Quinn Red, White and Black Series 2 drop will be on Saturday morning 8 AM. Pretty nice. It will be the first drop in season 3, so I don't know if this is special, if anyone will look out for the first drops of a new season later on, but who knows. At least Harley is a really popular character in the DC universe. So here we see the first design is done by Michael Turner. Michael Turner is actually a really good artist, or has been a really good artist. He died many years ago already. He died of cancer, but DC is now and then they always put out some work of Michael Turner, and as far as I know, those will be used to support his family, which is a good thing. So he was an awesome artist, great design, really like it. So yeah, about the drop, it will be not a blind box drop, but rather you have to decide if you want one of those 4 characters again, so the common, uncommon, rare or ultra rare. With that said, it's also just depending on the design you like, because for me this is pretty interesting. So the Michael Turner is the second one I would have, like my second favorite piece. Yeah, that's the word, second favorite piece. Because I like Michael Turner's art. I'm not his biggest fan, but I really enjoy his art. And one thing I thought about was that I was really surprised they didn't use Michael Turner's DC Direct statue of Supergirl and instead used another design, because Michael Turner's Supergirl statue looks awesome. It's an amazing piece. It is also from DC Direct, so I was really surprised about that. And I would totally enjoy if they bring a new Supergirl line and have that statue in there. That I would really want to get. So yeah, the common has an edition size of 7,500. List price will be 40 gems, and is the common, which is, yeah, an okay deal, I guess. 40 is fine. So the uncommon, she's done by Mingyu Helen Chen. Most likely I butchered that name, and I apologize. I'm not aware of this artist. It's a cool design, but not my cup of tea, to be honest. I'm not so much on the funny side of the designs. I mean, this is Harley Quinn. Pretty weird to say I'm not on the funny side of the designs, but this is more of a like classic Harley Quinn design, and it does look like a Western comic book. This has another tone to it, and yeah, just not down my alley. Not criticizing the style in itself, just not my cup of tea. List price 50 gems and an edition size of 5,500. So that's a no for me, which makes my decision way easier. but I guess there will be quite a lot of people that will enjoy it. I mean, overall, the design and the idea behind is pretty cool. So that, yeah, this is the third one, done by Steve Kivus. That's pretty cool design, but again, I'm not aware of the artist. Interestingly, they have the original stand there with the character, which I think looks great. Like, it's a great base for the characters to stand on, and yeah, really makes I think it makes the red, white and black pop even more. So that is pretty cool. Edition size here is 3,250 as a rare and has a list price already of 70 gems. So I think that's a cool piece. I'm just totally not aware of the artist, so I would rather go with artists that I know. But if there were all artists I'm not aware of, I guess this would be the piece I would go for. I really like the, yeah, you can make out what kind of garment there is that she's wearing, leather and stuff. So that is pretty cool. That's a really well done piece in my opinion. Even if you look from a 3D design standpoint, yeah, looks pretty great. Yeah, and that's the last one, the ultra rare, and that one is done by Frank Cho. So there's the problem. I really like the common, but if I had to choose, this ultra rare would be it. Yeah, it's a little bummer the last few times. Yeah, the main thing I'm looking for seems always to be the ultra rare, and not even because of the rarity. I really don't care about it. If this was the common, I would just go for the common and don't even think about the rest. I would, yeah, I would make sure I get this common. I'm a big fan of Frank Cho. Frank Cho is not, yeah, he's not without controversial surrounding his person, because he is called out for being sexist at times, and since that started, he is actually playing on that part and does it on purpose. I think it's funny. I don't know. I like the dude for not backing down on it. From an artist standpoint, you will have a hard time finding an artist that draws the female character as well as he does. He is just amazing. He does some ballpoint pen arts that are just crazy realistic. So he is amazing. Not many like him. And yeah, the thing is, it's the ultra rare. Edition size is 1,750 and the list price of 90. So the list price of 90 is a bit hefty for a drop price, but not too bad, and would be a great steal if you get it. But 1,750, I mean, everything that's not at least 6,000 pieces seem to be really hard to get these days. And I'm not even saying that's a bot problem. I think that's roughly the problem of way too many people on the platform for these edition sizes. So yeah, that will be hard to get. I mean, we have 3 phones in the family. Maybe one goes for the ultra rare and the other 2 go for the common, or vice versa. Maybe one goes for the common and 2 for the ultra rare, but then there's a big potential that you miss out on all of them. That would suck. So I don't know. That's a tough question right here. Yeah, so that's all about the Harley Quinn drop coming Saturday at 8 AM. So basically tomorrow on my end. Let's go to Twitter and look at all the answers we got in the AMA, which is pretty great that they took the time and made a Twitter Q&A out of it, so we can just go over the questions and answers. That is really interesting. So it starts here. So will we have a hotspot for DesignerCon? Yeah, that's not so interesting. Yeah, they will have a Wi-Fi hotspot at DesignerCon. I don't think that's, I mean, who is at DesignerCon? That's the problem here. Comics in the vaults and AR still in the works, will roll out once it's ready. So that's the thing I also thought about a lot lately. It would be so nice to represent the comics in the showroom, and yeah, maybe in the AR showroom. But we see they are working on it, but it doesn't seem to be prioritized at this point, which makes sense. There's a lot of other stuff they need to prioritize first. So what's the next one? Can we expect a tablet version of the app in the near future? Not on the 2021 roadmap, but we'd love to tackle this in the future. We know tablets are nice with the bigger screen, so we'll hopefully start addressing this in 2022. Just an info on that. I was kind of surprised because we have 3 accounts at home, but we also use the tablets because they run faster. That's the main reason I go for the tablets instead of everyone using a phone. Yeah, I'm good on a tablet, so I don't know what people mean with having a tablet version of the app. I mean, it's not as comfortable as on the phone. I will say that it's not the same. You need to scroll a little bit more. And I have to say, I think it's harder to grab a second spot in the drop on the tablet. Because if you don't get the drop right away, usually what you can do is go out and go in to the, like you go back once, so you're on the main screen, and then you go back into the drop and see if the buy now button appears again. That is a bit harder on the tablet. I give you that. That is the problem on the tablet where you need to scroll, and that doesn't work out very well. On the flip side, I never had any luck with that anyway. Not on my phone at least, so I don't know if that makes that much of a difference. Next one, as we grow, besides more additions, can we have different drop systems? Answer, we are going to continue evolving our drop system, starting with a drop lottery. Still toying with the idea of waiting rooms, as people believe these are more fair, though not as fun. That is interesting to hear that they think about it, and I would be interested to see how that works out. The waiting room idea, I think it's not a bad one. With the waiting room idea, my problem is I think you would have a bigger bot problem in the waiting room. Yeah, pretty much, because you would give bots way more possibility just to enter in the waiting room. You don't even need them to be quick. You can use all the time that you have for rolling out the emulated accounts. Yeah, that's what I was going for. So basically what you would do on a computer is you create all these different fake accounts on the computer so that your machine has like 20, 40, 60 or 100 accounts depending on processor speed and what you need and resource. And the longer the time is you can use, the more tolerance you can get into the computer system, and can say, okay, so let's say there's a delay of 220 and 300 milliseconds until the next one gets in line, gets in the queue. So I think that would make it really hard to keep bots out. You could bot so many accounts and register so many accounts. That would be hard in my opinion, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that is something they easily have in mind and know how to keep the bots out there. But yeah, in my opinion, if I was to produce a bot system, that would be the route I would go for. Question, change usernames, export transaction stocks to facilitate tax calculations. Answer, definitely possible, adding it to the list. For usernames, we want to prevent name change scams. We can change your username if you submit a support ticket and provide some verification. This is interesting. This is something that kind of made me feel like, so maybe there is a way, if I would know someone had changed his username and he provided some verification, that to me would make that profile very, very trustworthy. Especially because I would know that's definitely not a bot account, because it did provide verification. Given that the verification process is something that can't be tricked too easily. But yeah, that's a nice idea. In my opinion, I would love people to give out some personal data to verify their accounts, to make sure that would deny a lot of bot systems. But yeah, let's see. New content. We will be announcing a new collectible line on VEVE, something many of our fans would never have thought we'd do. We signed quite a few things just today and will announce them in the future. That's a message from David Yu. Yeah, this is interesting, but nothing more but a teaser. fans would never have thought we'd do. I don't know what I would think of that, because there's nothing that I would think of VeVe not would be doing. So that's interesting to see. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a car line, or maybe, yeah, a clothing line, like actual clothing. That was the main idea I had. Why wouldn't they release like Nike shoes? There's already a drop system in the real world for that. And if you can use these things, these accessoires like shoes and chains and, I don't know, jackets or whatever for your avatar in the VeVeverse, that would be crazy. So that was actually what I was thinking VeVe would be going for. But yeah, I'm not so sure about that anymore. I will tell you why I think that. I will tell you later. So DesignerCon, David, huge fan of DesignerCon and honored to work with them. Several drops throughout the weekend. That was just a message from David Hugh. App updates. You'll have the option to sort everything by comics in the market. Then when you tap on one of those comics, you will see full list of covers variants. That is a great idea. Collectibles and comics will be merged in store and market, so no switcher menu in the future. I think this is great, but I also think that is one of the points. As easier as the app gets, there will be less opportunity for people to work smart. Right now there is a big barrier in the app because, especially with the comics, it's not easy to sort, it's not easy to find your way and to find a good deal on the comic books. But this is something where you can be smart, where you can invest your time and make a profit. That's actually how I work right now. That's why even with all the prices down, my investment is still 25% plus, and I'm not even there for 4 weeks. And this only worked out because I was moving smart in the marketplace. I wasn't lucky on drops. I mean, I was super lucky on my first drop, which was not luck at all because I sold super cheap and didn't make not a lot of money out of it. I mean, I made like, yeah, I bought the comic for $7 and sold for 290. That's like 250% or what. There's a lot of money to be made, but the other money, I just made it by moving fast and moving smart and investing time. So yeah, as we see the app get more user-friendly and more user-friendly, those opportunities will go away a little bit and make it harder in the marketplace. But we'll see. Web platform. Finished with the majority of pages and screens, now integrating Omi wallets, payment systems and showrooms, planning on launching this year. Yeah, again, this is something where I see a big problem coming up with bots. If you can go directly on the web platform and buy there, then hands down, like that will be so much easier to bot that, because you don't need to emulate an Android system, which isn't too hard to do at all. But yeah, just makes it easier for scammers. Showroom version 2, very close to releasing, just doing some final updates and testing. If all goes well, should be ready in a couple of weeks. So that means we only have a few weeks left with the showroom version 1. So we should use that time. And I tried to make a nice showroom and do a video of it and all and share it, but I didn't have the time yet to really make that happen. Really want to do it. And I mean, there's also some selling and buying going on, so the showroom is also constantly changing. That is also hard, tough. MTL Gem to Fiat. Final testing next week, then inviting a select number of users to participate, open to the public after a couple more weeks. So I guess they will select users that are, yeah, financially well off, depending on their gem amount, which makes sense, so they can actually use that and work with it to find any problems. We will be putting out an article on how it will work. Each user will need to do KYC. Once successful, then you'll be able to withdraw. So that's interesting to see, and this is like the final line, I guess, for Omi until it becomes mass available and people will actually see the worth in the coin. Yeah, maybe still a good idea to invest. I don't know, no financial advisor, just thinking about it. Omi utility program, staking, unlock Omi features in-app, secondary market trading if you have Omi in your VeVe Omi wallet, Omi drop lottery with MCP drop lottery. Participate in both lotteries if you do MCP and Omi, very limited, so it won't hurt the available editions. Yeah, that is a lot to take in. The first part, staking, unlock OMI features in app, that sounds interesting, but I'm not really sure what that will mean. Unlock OMI features in app so that you can use OMI in the app. I don't know what they mean with that exactly. I sadly didn't listen to the AMA, so I'm not sure about that. And I don't want to spread any false ideas. So secondary market trading, if you have OMI in your VEVE wallet, that sounds pretty nice. Yeah, I guess that this will be something that also draws more attention to VEVE because people will be interested in OMI because it has more utility, and then they find out there's also the VEVE app, etc. So we would see a lot of more people coming from that, I guess. OMI drop lottery with MCP drop lottery. Participate in both lotteries if you do MCP and OMI. So this is something, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this is just something. For me, it sounds like, yeah, if you got a lot of money, you get a way more better opportunity. So this is one of the points of a few points I saw in this AMA where I think, wow, it's really going to favor people that have a lot of money. So let's see. MCP will also have a premium subscription tier available to high-ranking collectors. So this just, yeah, that's just another point. So hey, you got a lot of cash, so you have a lot of sats, and you're a high-ranked collector. You even get some more incentives. Achievement badges can be earned to show on your profile. Some badges will also able to be displayed in your showroom. Badges will contribute to points as well. So with points, they mean the MCP points, the Master Collector's points. Same as before. So users who earn points can choose to wager them in an MCP drop lottery. So basically what we said before, only a percentage of editions available for drop lottery. Users can wager points to try to get a guaranteed slot for a collectible. The more you wager, the better the chances you have to get it. Yeah. So basically, hey, you have a lot of points, and it looks to me like points are easy to make if you have a lot of cash and a big collection. Yeah, then you can also guarantee pieces, which is a tough one because there's just pieces that are so obviously going to the moon that there's okay, so you already have money and you make even more money. Weird. I mean, not weird. It's not even a bad thing because this is how most things work, and the collector market usually is geared towards people that have a lot of cash already. So interesting. Will include daily recurring points for purchasing, hodling, activity, completing sets, etc. Spend points in the app to get accessories and premium market listings. If you are active in the market, use points to get your listings featured. So, as we can see, the MCP program and their point system will be very vital, and it will be very important to understand, like, this is all very interesting, but you still don't know what will give how many points and how much can you do, like, through work. How much points do you get for being active in the community, active on the app? How much do you get for hodling stuff? What are you hodling? How important is that? I mean, daily recurring points for purchasing. So you get points if you purchase daily. Any purchase gives points. Completing sets, etc. So that is tough. We still don't know what that really means. In my opinion, it doesn't sound too good for me. I'm just being honest here. So spend points in app to get accessories and premium market listings. Yeah, again, so that sounds to me like if you are not a big fish and you just collect your points, you will most likely spend them on accessories and premium listings. So that will eat up your points, and then you won't have a lot of points left for listing features, for example, or other stuff that they're offering, like the lotteries. So yeah, sounds tough. Master Collectors Program, designed as a retention and reward system for our collectors. The more of a collector you are, the more you will benefit. Two main aspects: Master Collector level, Master Collector rank. Earn points for a range of activities on VEVE, buying collectibles, in-app activity. So this sounds easy, and I think this was one they posted earlier. So there's a master collector level and there's a master collector rank. They're not saying what will be the difference between those two. And you earn points for activities on VeVe like buying collectibles and in-app activity. The thing is, how much points do you get for buying what? Could you basically say you buy a lot of Mighties for 10-15 bucks and you get equal points like someone who spends more? It's not necessarily fair to the guy who spends more money, but it's also not necessarily fair for people that want to participate but get pushed out by the Masters Collectors program. That's something I see that I'm worried about, that there is a point where I mean, I'm good. I think there's a point I could just sell all my stuff off, all my VeVe stuff off, and might even still invest it in Omi and would make a profit. That's not a big problem. What I see here, what I'm a little bit afraid of is that if I don't make enough money on a monthly basis, that I will fall down on points so hard that I can't really participate in VeVe and that I just will lose interest. Which would also mean we're not, I mean, I would guess I'm in the majority of people that are usually not just rich or whatever and still look for something to invest in. And yeah, I don't think we would see a lot of regular people in the VeVeverse if that is the case. And that was something I was actually looking for, that the VeVeverse would be a point for everyone to come, everyone to participate. And this is not sounding like it. Sorry for sounding a bit negative, but that's just what I feel like. So they are getting additional customer support staff in several time zones to cover more problems. That sounds good. That's a good idea. Immutable X first phase of registering user accounts is done. Second phase, minting NFTs, hit a few roadblocks. I guess that was expected. Our team is working with IMX on the process of reminting and should only take about 3 to 4 hours of market downtime when ready. We'll schedule outage for a low traffic period. Yeah, I mean, that is not a problem. Even if they take down the app for a day, that shouldn't be much of a problem. You don't have any downsides of that. I mean, no one can work in that time. Took about 1 million takes, lol, happy birthday VeVe. Ah, that is nice. I guess that was all for the AMA, right? Yeah, that was all for the AMA. So, yeah, in my opinion, like what I'm simply afraid of, not afraid of. Yeah, let me take it, say it like this. With the VeVeverse, I was thinking about how that was going to work, and I thought the VeVeverse would be like a second life. There was even a game that was called Second Life, where you could do anything in your life. And I thought VeVeverse was going kind of in that direction. An open world where you use an avatar to spend your time there, where you interact with people, where you maybe can do some adventures or whatever, but more or less do what you do in the real world, like work, like take care of relationships, meet people, enjoy music, enjoy movies, all that stuff. I thought that was the main idea behind it. And I thought it would be very successful because the difference between all these other multiverses would be they would have brands and people would be able to flex and show off what they got, because that is a very important part in our society. Everyone says it's bad, but also everyone wants to do it. So let's be clear. And I thought that was a great idea to use that, to make that a mechanism to get everyone into the VeVeverse, except other than that they would go to any other multiverse that is being done right now. Also, all these brands would make more fun. Like if you have Marvel release a movie just in the VeVeverse, that would be so awesome. And that would be great. But that would also mean you would need to have a majority of people there, not just a selected few. And the MCP program, to me, it sounds like it's a selected few. It sounds like someone like me is pretty much out of the gate for that, because I pretty much invested all my money that I would have for investing, so that I don't need to go bankrupt. Let's say it like this. So the way I think you should invest is invest as much as you capable to lose without, you know, get lost of your livelihood. And yeah, you should always have still something on the side to be good. So and that's how I went with it. So for me, it can go either way. I don't really care too much about it, but I was really hyped about the Weverse and what I thought it would be. And now it does seem like with VeVe, it's not really going in that direction. It is really gearing towards people that can spend a lot of money. Of course, people that were early in the app, like that been there since January, February of this year, they would still be able to participate because they were able to complete a lot of sets. They were able to buy a lot of stuff up and hodl, and they were able to, yeah, even amass a lot of profit along the way. And I guess these people will be able to at least stay a little longer than everyone else. I mean, honestly, I don't think that from all we've seen here, that the case will be that you can be so active on the app and can hodl so much with just a few pieces that you get enough collector points or collector rank or whatever, that you can do what people with a lot of cash can do. I mean, to me, it seems like, I didn't see it right now, but I saw someone answering the question that you can have multiple sets and every set will count. So that is tough, because there will be people that, I don't know, they completed like the same set 5 times. I've seen people that have 1,000 collectibles. And I mean, if they are not the majority, great. But I saw a lot of people, really a big lot of people I saw in the app already that have at least hundreds of collectibles, and it's just showing the collectibles. It's not even showing the comics. So that would be tough to not think that these people have such a big advantage that you're basically out of the window. Or you would need a lot of luck. Like even now, if you're super lucky, you get a super rare, or you even get 2 or 3 super rares, which would equal, like if I get 3 super rares, I would be fine, because that would be more than what I've actually invested. So that's how much luck is in there. But if you're already so financially stable that you can collect so many sets that you will get even more points, and with these points you just make sure you get you wage that you get the special pieces that you want already, because there's a way, that's what they said in one of those posts, that you can kind of make sure that you get a piece. That's a tough one. I mean, then you get a piece and you're safe even more, and yeah, less for the rest. I don't know. I'm just not, that just doesn't sound well to me. It doesn't sit with me. I know these videos go way better if you're bullish for VeVe. That's the videos everyone likes, because everyone wants to be assured they made a great investment. And I still think it's a great investment if you have the money, invest. I'm just not sure if someone like me, who isn't there long yet and who is not in a position that he can shell out a lot of cash in the next coming months, has a lot he can do in VeVe. And I like the place and I like to collect. So yeah, but maybe at some point I just have to go back and collect regular comics again. Because for now I thought collecting digital comics was way more interesting to me than the physical ones. As much as I love the physical ones, but collecting the digital ones was easier. And you can sell the digital comics way better on VeVe than in the real world. Not all of them, but some of them. Like Amazing Spider-Man 361, I got the book behind me. Yeah, you can sell that better in VeVe when you got the super rare, secret rare, I'm sorry. And yeah. So much for that. Let me know what you think about it. Leave a like if you like the video. Please don't leave a dislike because I'm not bullish enough. Bear with me. Maybe they will announce how points are being distributed and I will be more happy. Or maybe that will be the point where I say, okay, I'm just collecting stuff to sell off a little later and then I'm out of here. Which I'm hopefully not. I really want to stay. I really like the idea. I think there's so much they can do. But yeah, I'm a little bit worried about the MCP program. That's basically it. So much for that. Thank you if you've been listening all this time and you've been here for the whole video. It's 35 minutes. That's a big, long video, I know. Yeah, good luck with the coming drops, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye.